2, 3,
Gandalf,
7.
are you counting
12.
random numbers again?
I wasn't even paying attention. What's going on? I think we're live.
Yes, we are. So it's great to see you. And I do hope that you are well. It's Monday. It's 7 o'clock. And that can only mean one thing. Of course, it's the Monday Club where everybody is welcome. Great to see you. I hope I find you well. We've got Peter Jackson, Chili Heath, Maura King, Richard Zwiderski, Archie Models 86, Ham Shackleton, Tanith Falloquer, Roopsters, Trains and Travels, Peter Jackson, Chili Heath again, Richard Zwiderski, Phil Metcalf, Joshua W56. Oh, it goes wild. And the chat
goes wild.
Andy Fryer's Junction, Robert Becking, Awesome Brooks, Yaharik, Anth Nil, Zantek. I believe there's a birthday. Happy birthday to you. Squash, tomatoes and stew. Bread and butter in the gutter. Happy birthday to you. And that's for Zantek. So, there we are, another year older. 37 Dave, hello to you. Dave Scott Railways, we've got a great turnout. Summer Breeze, Model Railway, John and Holly. Mac Navi, great to see you as well. So here we are, another Monday night.
Yeah, back once again like the Renegade Master.
Something like that. So you might have noticed that there's a few unusual locomotives doing the rounds. So I'm going to press
doing the ruins.
Yeah, I'm going to hit the lever. So let me know how many you notice.
12.
Not quite that
6.
many. So
115.
So there is a Bellerofon going around. There's a Licky Banker as well. Big Bertha. You're just seeing both of those hove past on your screen.
Bertha,
and
lovely Bertha.
Yes, okay. There's also the Hunslet Bobo, which apparently is imminent. I'm told that this month. Possibly carrying over at the beginning of next month. But yeah, they've been on the boat from China for a while. So
A slow boat from China.
It's always very slow. I think because it actually has to go and unload places like Rotterdam first. Cymru Rails, hello to you, Frustrated A. Hopes it's a Gronktastic show. Well, there is a Gronk doing the rounds. We've got a Class 09 that's always sprinting through the yard. But look out as well. Let's go back to Jablight Cam. Jablight Cam.
I was playing with the TARDIS.
Yes, you were.
Okay.
So, we've missed it again. I'm going to leave it. Oh, there's Bellerofon. And
there's the belly phone.
And there's also the Micah B behind it. Yes, it's almost like a big box of samples turned up. So, what else have we got knocking about? Well,
there's an orc.
There's also on the upper track. You'll see the most minute of glimpses because of me. There we are. Hello, goodbye. That's one of the DHP ones. So you're too late now. You might as well leave me be.
Leave me be.
I get dizzy when you move me about. Oh, now you can't. Just make me smaller or something. I don't know. Right. So. The miniature rate, yeah, new models can re-rails. So, yes, we've got DHP1. Actually, there's 2 DHP1s, which is quite bizarre because there's only ever one in real life. And it's a locomotive. What that? How do we get rid of that?
I don't know.
That's something new that Crapdo's has been trying.
Okay, we're just gonna explain why Jen has decided to start going on a rant.
Yeah.
Windows just showed us an advert.
Yeah, that's new, and I didn't consent to being advertised to on my own bloody computer that I paid for. So we'll have to get to the bottom of that. If anybody knows how to turn off why don't you sign up to Game Pass? Or why don't you sign up to Twitch? Or rubbish like that keeps popping up at the bottom. Then do let me know, because Now that's getting irritating. It's just done it a second time. So, yeah, we would... Roopsters, Trains and Travel says, I thought that was my computer for a minute. So other people's computer... Oh, wait a minute. Does that mean that that's coming up
No. It just coincidentally, something else has popped up on theirs.
I had an advert for an octopus, says Leslie Gilpin, Railways. Good morning from New Zealand, says Upwell and Onwards. Great to see you. Sarah
Jen?
Dane says, "Oh, that's yours. Thought that was mine." No,
Well,
actually-
Windows has sent us a thing saying about joining Game Pass, but
it's
you-
look, it's bing bonging merrily. Every time it's doing that, it's sending a bong down through the audio.
lovely. There's nothing I can do about that, Jen.
Yeah.
What I was saying.
Mark, what? Yeah.
Go on.
Go on.
Finish what you were going to say, because you're going to talk over me anyway.
Apparently, Harp Household says it's in notifications. I don't why. I don't want to downgrade to Windows 10. Anth developer.
We're on Windows 10. Going to Windows 11, that some people are saying, would be absolutely the worst decision. What we have is specialist equipment
I'll go
that,
Linux.
that works on this specific computer, and the computer is built around that specific set of things. If we change to a different operating system, there's no guarantee that the drivers will be as good, as compatible, or even exist.
Yeah, we had this actually when going from Windows XP Pro to this. We discovered that our perfectly functional laser printer, no drivers for anything beyond Windows XP Pro. Tom Marshall, Buggle Skelly Station, steady on, stick to Windows 95. I preferred Windows 98 SE actually, to be honest with you.
Because I'm going Linux.
I learned at university to rip the guts out of Windows 98. So it became very small, very slick, and it did what I wanted, not what Microsoft wanted.
Can I just say the thing I was going to say, Jen?
Yes.
Before you jumped in.
Yes.
Roll VT.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the Monday Club, your online model rail club for all the news, gossip, layout tours and more, with your host, broadcaster and model maker, Jennifer Kirk.
The Monday Club is proudly sponsored by TMC, the Model Centre. Check them out at themodelcentre.com. The website features extensive stocks of new models as well as selective pre-owned items where you can track down that bargain you've always wanted. Pre-order with confidence all of the forthcoming models from all the manufacturers. TMC also offer a renumbering and renaming service so you can get the exact identity of locomotive that you want. Why not also check out their value weathering, or go for something incredibly special with their bespoke service where you can choose from a more extensive weathered look right through to custom graffiti either off the peg or to a design of your choice. Check out TMC today at themodelcentre.com and start your model journey.
We are back once again like the Renegade Master, T4 trains and the ill behaviour.
Yes, and TMC have let us know about some deals that they've got on, one-day deals. So we're just going to try and find those and bring them up on screen. But a huge thank you to them for sponsoring the Monday Club. So at the moment, I've got 4, and I've got secret codes as well to get you a bigger discount. So this is in their one-day flash sale, which the Cupboard Monkey is looking for it. You might need to go to my emails and follow the links from there.
I'm not even going to mess about with that. That will completely tank our entire thing.
Okay.
So I'm just going to let you talk while I try and sort this out.
So yeah, we'll come back to that in a moment. We're just going to try and get that on screen. And we're going to try and get our first YouTuber guest on. And this is a new feature that we're going to be trying to do. We talked about this actually a couple of weeks ago, where we want to give a showcase to smaller channels, and be able to just talk to other people. We're really big on not pulling up the ladder behind us, and I think there's a lot of great stuff out there on YouTube, so why not give other people a showcase? We've got a really great opportunity here. We've got a big audience, so it's a great opportunity to see who else is out there on YouTube. So we've got a special guest coming up at past. We're going to get them up and in. Is the first guest Charlie? No, Charlie at Chadwick Model Railway. I'd love to get him on as a guest, but he's a very busy man. Sucking all those Werther's originals. Ding! He'll kill me for that next time I see him saying, "Oi, less of that old thing with the Werther's originals." And then he'll whip out a bag of Werther's originals and go, "Don't tell anybody about my stash, but do you want one?"
I've had to bring up your emails, even though it's completely tanked how the stream is running.
Okay.
Because this just does not exist on their site.
Yeah, and like I said, he sent some special offers for Monday Clubbers.
And I was trying to find the links. That's what I was trying to say to you, but it didn't work.
Well, if you scroll down, it's a little like...
I'm trying my best to do stuff here. Please just let me do this.
Okay, apparently that...
It's completely hung. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah. Malco Blue says, "I see the TARDIS in a wagon behind the Licky Banker." Yes. So, we were talking a bit about the samples. There are links to follow on each of those, which should open up in a new browser window. That's what I was trying to say.
Right, give it here then.
So that when it says, if you just click on it, there we go. The cupboard monkey's getting really quite irate because she's not following instructions.
No, please let me explain. I am in so much pain.
Yeah.
The heat combined with the hairline fracture in my arm is really bad. I'm on like an 8 out of 10 on the pain scale. Oh,
we've got another birthday actually mentioned. Is that people saying Rick? Is that Rick Morley? So happy birthday to you. Squash tomatoes and stew. Bread and butter in the gutter. Happy birthday to you. Going to the Dog says, "Hey Jen, I see you got a bit of grief this morning when you posted the EP sample from KR Models." Yes, sense of humour bypass from some of the usual suspects. I wouldn't
have said it was grief, it was more expected, because that's the kind of people...
A sense of entitlement.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, but sometimes things aren't...
I didn't even post the picture, to be honest with you. Somebody took a screen grab and posted it on there, and then the usual keyboard warriors that make that place so toxic came out. But yeah, so absolutely done with that. If that's the way they treat people, then quite frankly, not worth going to.
Okay, the Graham Farish N class...
Oh, you got one up?
No, that one isn't there. It does not exist.
Okay. Well, the first up, actually, what I'd love to show you guys is this...
I'm just putting all of the ones up there. I can close that now, and that will stop the place from chugging, you see.
Right. The first one, we're going to bring this up. So, I want this on the small screen.
Yep.
This is an airbrush, and the reason I've homed in on this, £21.99.
Instead of... Jen, buy one. No, seriously.
My dad wants one.
I want one as well. I'm buying one now.
I'm just going to see. Right, it's now just it's £21.99. No code required on this. So this is just there for people. You do need some means of getting the air to it. So it doesn't, obviously at that price, it doesn't come with a compressor. You either use it with a compressor, or one of the other things you can do, and I have seen done, is you get an adapter and an old car tyre on a rim, and you pump the car tyre up, and then you plug your airbrush into it, and it uses the air from the tyres like an air reservoir, and then you get on your foot pump when it runs out of air. But that actually is a pretty good deal on that. Now let's go to the next one. And you'll see all the details on your screen. So this one...
The links are so long that I'm having to take off the HTTP at the start to get them on. So Just remember to add that back if it doesn't work for you.
So R30135, the Hornby 00 gauge BR Princess Royal class, the Turbomotive. These haven't been out that long. There's a really good profile for these on the HM7000. So if you want it to sound, there's a fairly good way of doing it. So Richard Gooter says, cost me £5 to pump up my old tyre last week. That's inflation for you. Machine NZ says, morning Jenny and Zoe. Good morning. There's a degree of lateness implied there.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Right, this one
Sarah, the links won't work on the phone. I will work on that in a moment.
Yeah. Anyway, I need to get through this, so just let me finish this. Turbomotive, it says there £165.50, but I've got a secret code. So,
a brand new combine harvester.
At checkout, use the code TURBO20 to get an extra, I think that's an extra 20% off. It brings it down to £132.40, which is an incredible discount on that. So, yeah, TURBO20, if you want to get that for £132.40 from TMC. There you are.
You're trying to link it. Oh, right. Okay, thanks, Sarah. I'll sort that out in a moment. I'll compress the links.
Yeah, the next one we've got. This is the N-gauge modelers amongst you.
Ooh.
371-850 SF. This is the Graham Farish N-gauge Class 158 2-car DMU in regional railways. This is the new tooling and sound fitted. Sound fitted. That's less than half price.
Sorry. I know this sounds like QVC, but Jan. Would I be right in thinking that for £170, that's basically buy a sound chip and the train is like 50 quid?
Not quite, but that's like buy the train and here's a free sound chip sort of thing. There's no secret code for that one, but yeah, £170. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And FYI, somebody will be able to tell me. That may be a route by which you get sound. If like for any 00 modelers, if you want a sound decoder preloaded for the Class 158, you could buy this, take the decoder out, put it in what you want, and then sell this on to some mug on eBay.
Oh my goodness! Don't tell people to do that.
Just putting that out there. Right, next slide, please. So this is Flying Scotsman, always a popular model. Actually, that looks really nice. This is with the steam generator.
Bloody hell.
This is R3991SS, the 00 gauge BR liveried A3 class Flying Scotsman, and it's got that working steam generator. And it says there £287.95. But wait, there's more. I have a code. I think I've got a code. Yeah, if you want to get that for £230.36, so that's like 20% off that price. I mean, that takes it down pretty good. Use the code STEAM20. That's the one to use for that. And then I've got one more. This is a Graham Farish model, but I don't know. Did it not come up?
It didn't come up. The link didn't work.
So if you have a look. Oh, I see why.
Why? What have they done?
They've messed up and put the wrong details. Right, in N-gauge, if you find a Graham Farish, actually I don't even... No, I think it's actually the Hornby 8F. If you do find it on the TMC website, it's number... Let's have a look. 8310. So it's an LMS livery. And I've got the secret code 8F20 for you to let you get that 8F for £119.99, down from an RRP of £250. So there you are. There's our bargain roundup. So I'm going to bring us back up to Weir Yard, and let's take a look.
This is all going to choke for a bit because I'm getting the URLs.
Oh, right, okay. So at the moment I'm devoid of chat, so I'm going to chat a little bit about what's going round. Now, Bellerofon, it always amused me, the speculation on a certain internet forum about, oh, they've just resprayed the model that's been doing the rounds. No, they didn't. This is to do with the livery sample that's being shown by KR Models. They didn't, because this is the one that was doing the rounds at shows. You might remember it. It was in plain metal and plastic. Anyway, it came into my possession. And this is not an official livery, and I do have to stress this because there's some people out there who don't listen and get, oh, hoity-toity. But I painted it in an approximation of one of the liveries because it just like makes it look prettier. So that's Bellerofon. She's DCC fitted. It's quite interesting actually. I've never really opened up EP samples and stuff before to see what's inside them, and it was quite an interesting eye-opener for me. But I've kind of fallen in love with that. So rule of yoink, if I don't get asked for it back, then it's mine. I don't think you'll want it back now because I've painted it. And people
maybe they'll want it even more now because you've painted it.
What really amused me is if I'd have said, oh, I've got this model of this thing and I've painted it and stuff, people would have been like, oh, that looks really nice. But because I didn't say anything other than, oh, what an interesting sample this is, people are like, oh, what an atrocious paint job, I'm cancelling my order again. No,
you can only cancel it once, guys.
Yeah, you have to have it to cancel it. So anyway, I hand painted that using Humbrol. I do love my Humbrol enamels. Right, the other one is a Big Bertha is doing the rounds as well. Again, this is the EP that's been at shows and stuff. Good evening to you, Richard Knowles. It's the late Gandalf.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Jennifer Horton says the Bellerofon valve gear is an amazing achievement by KR Models. It's not fully functional. Now, originally, they said that it's like they were going to make it fully functional. It's just not practical. Quite honestly, if you'd have made it fully functional, it would have shredded itself. And people are not going to like it. Yeah, Richard Swiderski says, you paint it, you buy it. I hope not. Dundas Junction Model Railroad James. Hello, Jennifer. Hi from Canada. Great to see you. Hope you're well.
There.
Richard Brighton says, sorry I'm late, Gandalf. We've got a live one here.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Now, beverage of choice. We're not sponsored in any way, but we're just jugging it. It's Coca-Cola Zero Vanilla in cans, and the reason for this is if you've got a Heron Foods near you. This people abroad are like, oh, what? Heron what? There's like, oh, and you thought Piggly Wiggly sounded funny. Well, naming a shop after a big bird that eats the fish from your goldfish pond. But no, in the UK, branch of shops called Heron Foods, a slab of these, you know, the big kind of industrial caterer's size trays of these, £6.99.
6 squiddly diddlets.
What is it, like 18 or 24 cans, something like that? It's a lot of cans for £6.99. So there you are. That one's for free. But anyway, yeah, Big Bertha. Big Bertha came to me in pieces, and the reason for this is it has led a short but hard existence as the EP sample that KR Models were hiking around from show to show, got handled a lot. I think one person accidentally dropped it, and it's been tested to death, so it's been retired. And I can't stress this enough. Big Bertha was retired. That particular model, KR Models got another sample. So if you see the Midland Railway, Licky Banker that KR Models have shared pictures of, that's a different model. That's nothing to do with this. This was the weird grey one that you've seen photographed in magazines. But it was absolutely in pieces. So I've dismantled it, I've restored it, and I thought whilst we were at it, I'd get the paints on this as well. But on this one, I used some Tamiya spray paints to get the base coat on it. And arguably, it's come up a lot better than Bellerofon. So much so, I've actually ordered transfers for it from somebody was recommended to me through Facebook. So let me make sure I get their name right. So a big shout out to Mark Saward, who is sorting out transfers for me, and that came on a recommendation from Andrew Plumtree. So a huge thank you for putting me onto those, and hopefully I'll be able to actually line it out in a BR livery. So thank you so much for that.
Peter Jackson says, is Coke Zero better than the Pepsi Cream Soda? Nothing's better than the Pepsi Cream Soda. That was so nice.
I found that sickly. I'll be
honest.
honest.
But you're weird.
Raymond Legg says, I have seen models with fake valve gear. Don't look at red. I'll let you into a little secret. That model has a good side and a bad side. Currently, you're only seeing the good side.
Is it Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Train?
No. Now, it's not that the other side isn't like painted or anything, or it's got a Mr. Blobby motif going on. No. The valve gear on that model was completely destroyed by unsympathetic handling. I dismantled the valve gear on both sides and used all the pieces to make working valve gear for the good side, and that means there's nothing on the other side. It looks more like a Super D G2A on the other side, with one radius rod that's doing its thing because it was trashed. Unfortunately, that is the way with EP models. Yeah, but it's, and other than that, actually, I'm quite surprised. We've had it here before in its former guise, but never really ran it because of the damage to its valve gear. So this is actually a first for me, having Big Bertha chugging around the layout. Same for Bellerofon. I never actually got to run Bellerofon, or the Hunslet for that matter. And you'll have just seen the Hunslet go around. It's the one that's got the flashing lights along the buffer beam. That's one of the, I think there was 11 of them built for Scunthorpe Steelworks, of which I think 9 of them still remain. 2 have been scrapped. But it's an interesting model. That's fully sound fitted, so we'll give you a blast of sound later on. And one of the DHP ones, the one that's going around, you've just seen it disappear into the tunnel on the raised section. That's actually got the DHP1 sound file as well, so I should probably put out a video on those.
Yeah.
But I will give you a secret blast. Oh yes, sorry, I completely forgot. So, who is it we're getting on?
We're going to attempt to call, by the power of the Facebook, Anthnil.
The Book of Face, yes. So, Anthnil. You might remember Anthnil from the comments section, commented all every Monday pretty much, and on the videos as well. So he's got a YouTube channel, and at the moment, actually I saw his email, 399 subscribers, and he's trying to get up to the magical 500. So we're going to see if we can help him out here. So this is I'm gonna just put on that, and I'll adjust my own volume.
Why would you want to do that?
Yeah, so I don't get deafened, I think is the plan. So we're just trying to connect. I don't know whether you're going to hear I can hear it, so I think everybody can. So we're just ringing Anthnil, and we're going to see. Oh, hello. So we're going to try and bring him up on screen. So I can hear him. I'm going to assume. There we go. Right. So Anthnil, great to see you. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for joining us. It's something I know we threatened to do this a couple of weeks ago, and you were the first person to drop us an email saying that you'd like to come on. So welcome to the Monday Club. You're live on air. Please don't swear.
Thanks for having us. I really appreciate it. For you getting us on tonight.
Oh, you're absolutely welcome. In fact, I can hear from your accent you're in the homeland. This is where the Cupboard Monkey comes from.
Sunderland.
He's in
Sunderland. Yeah,
that's not the homeland.
Oh, that's next door. That's homeland adjacent. She's from Durham.
He's a
we could only
Macadamian.
Yeah, she's from Durham. We can only
Not too
apologise
far
for that.
away. We've got a 20-minute gap between us.
Yeah, the A590, isn't it? The road that goes between them. Yeah, we did a comic on it in Sunderland at the Stadium of Light.
Yes, and it went so well they had to ring the fire bell and get you out.
Yeah, back in my author. But no, anyway, we're here to talk to you and talk about your YouTube channel and your model railway interests. So tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel and what sort of videos do you put up on there?
So I've sort of obviously quite new coming into YouTube. It's sort of been like the last year or so. I started like I've got a keen interest in going to heritage railways. So I was going down to North Yorkshire was quite a lot.
Oh, that is nice down there.
Oh, it's lovely, and we've got Tanfield Railway just up the road, and obviously Beamish as well.
Oh, yeah, because they're railways that quite often get overlooked. I've been to the Tanfield quite a few times, and it's really great if you're into industrial stuff. It's a former NCB maintenance shed, I believe, isn't it, at Marley Hill?
Yeah, they've got some lovely little like industrial locos up there, and every now and again I pop up, take the burn up there, and just a good little day out and cheap as chips for the tickets as well. So it's
absolutely, and it's people think of the northeast as being almost like an industrial wasteland, but actually the countryside up there as well is really quite beautiful. You go up over there and head out onto the moorland and. You're not far from places like Concert. There's Durham Trains of Stanley, which I'm guessing that may be your local model shop.
We've got Sunderland models actually down.
Oh, is there?
Down now. Yeah, so they tend to get around quite a lot of the local shows. So obviously part of my YouTube, I've been doing like the heritage railways, like I was saying last year, where I was putting various clips up, and then all of a sudden I was starting to get the odd subscriber here and there.
Yeah.
So we sort of journey into model railways. I was sort of hooked when the Hornby Model World programme come on.
Oh, right.
The 120 stuff coming on, and yourself, of course.
Oh, so was that the first series or the second series?
So I watched the first series, and then obviously when the second one come on, and I seen the TT 120 stuff, I was like sort of sold into the TT stuff, and I sort of got me young lad there, now he's 3.5. I just sort of thought to myself, oh, this is going to be cracking. Get it set and I'll sort of build him something up, and it's something we'll sort of do together.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, TT 120 really has been quite a shot in the arm for the hobbies. So many people I talk to say that they've got back into the hobby doing TT 120, and it's been so successful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously completely brand new into model railways and modelling, so I'm an absolute novice. I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I'm more waffle and panter and sort of winging it. That's how my sort of YouTube channel's going.
But it's like everything else. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And sometimes people like that genuineness, that they're kind of, you're on the journey of discovery with them as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think with TT now, I've sort of been building a collection of locos. I think obviously last time I spoke to yourself, I was down Doncaster.
Yes, at the race course at the show there.
I'd done an interview with yourself and Peachy and
yes,
Gary
I
Hall
remember. Yes,
down at Doncaster, and I've sort of got shiny kid syndrome when it comes to logos in TT. So every time something's coming out new, I keep having to buy it. So I'm not up to the Jenny Kirk standards with the A4s. I've only got 3 at the minute.
Yeah, I'm well, technically I've only got 1 in TT 120, but I do have 31 in double O.
I mean, I'm sort of. I think the Monday Club, it's been great for us watching that as well, and I think the sort of grunks, the 08s have rubbed off on us. So every time I see a grunk now, I want one. So my latest purchase in TT, I've just been getting the BR Green 08.
They are nice, actually.
Really, really nice model in TT.
Absolutely, yeah. And I guess the thing about the TT 120 is because you've actually got the scale width track, it's surprising how much better it makes the whole thing look.
Yeah, I think they look really, really stunning bits of kit, and even in my last video what I done with the grunk, I sort of stick a 50p piece up beside it, and I know there'll be a lot of engaged sort of modelers on your channel, but when you're looking at a TT or 8, they're probably the size of two 50p pieces.
Yeah,
So
they're not very big.
Me being new into the hobby, I look at like models the size of that and see all the detail, and it's impressive.
I've got a message here in the chat from Mike Lane TT120 who says Anth's vid on the Sir Nigel Gresley at the North Yorkshire Moors Railway is superb. So you've got an absolute thumbs up there, and definitely people who are watching, do go and check out the channel and subscribe. We'll see if we can get you up to the magic 500. No promises, but you might gain one or two tonight. What's the name of the channel, just for the benefit of people watching?
The name of the channel's just my name, Anth.
Anth.
My surname's spelt Knil. It's a silent K.
No,
so you might see it's popping up in the chat every now and again. But
so we're just bringing that up now on the little window. There we are. So that's the one people are looking for.
That's my little lad in the picture, and that's actually a tan field in the background as well. So.
Oh, excellent. I mean, it is a lovely railway. I've been to the Tanfield quite a few times. I've never actually ridden on it. It never seems to be running whenever I've been going past. But the Bowes Railway as well is one which I'd love to go to. I've driven past it because it was the last rope-hauled inclines in the UK, I believe.
I mean, I think with Tanfield as well, with it being so close to us, if you see where Tanfield and Beamish are, they're literally right next door to each other. So
yeah,
you could do half a day at one and then go to the other one. But even with Tanfield, I sort of wing it and say to my lass, I booked us an afternoon tea. And they're only like £30, £40 for like a day out on the train, and
it's not bad to be able. And on your way back, you can swing through Stanley and call in at Durham Trains of Stanley, and then make a bit of a swerve to Chesterley Street. I believe there's a model shop there as well. You can sort of do the grand wibbly wobbly tour.
I think we're quite spoiled for it in the northeast with the amount of model shops that we've got around the place.
Yeah, it's not too bad. There used to be one up at North Shields, but I don't know whether it's still there or not. It's probably about 30 years since I went there.
I think I'd have to probably pass on North Shields, but I mean, even with the sort of local shows in the northeast, with me being sort of new into the hobby, I've been like subscribing to a few magazines, and sort of you see where the local shows are. So on my channel, I think I've been to about 5 or 6 shows, and I've sort of just took my camera along with us and started recording, just getting ideas off different people's layouts. But I've sort of found with YouTube as well, another sort of good positive about it is, I got a comment off a young chap who was on there, and he sort of says, "Thank you so much for filming the show. I've recently had like a medical condition. I'll not go into what's happened to the poor lad, but he was thanking us basically for taking videos at the show because he wasn't getting there otherwise. So it sort of encouraged us a bit more. The more I go to shows to get my camera out, because there's always that person behind the screen who doesn't get that experience.
Absolutely, we found the same when we've filmed shows, because it's not just people who for reasons can't get there. You've got people on the other side of the world as well, and sometimes there'll be multiple shows on the same weekend, and it's great to see all the different layouts that are on display to get ideas and get inspiration from. That's always something that's great to take home from shows. And when you can see somebody's video like you've got on your channel, then it's a really good way of perhaps seeing details that you missed. Because it's so easy, especially a big show, to miss things. And you watch the video and you think, "Oh, I don't remember that. I missed that. I really like that." So it is really, really useful.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've found with a few of the shows that I've filmed, you do get the odd sort of negative comment where somebody's like, "Oh, what's he stolen today?" Like, as in, he's stealing footage from them or something like that.
Some people are weird, aren't they?
when you get stuff like that, but then you get a positive comment of somebody saying, I've had this medical condition and I can't get there,
Yeah.
but I've managed to see all the layouts. It's like that one comment knocks 10 bad ones. So
Yeah.
every time I go to a show now, I'm going to get my phone out just for that one
That's
person.
it, yeah. And yeah, I think it's a great resource as well. Then that you've got stuff you can look back on and get inspiration from different layouts. And not all of these layouts go to every show. So there may be layouts there that people who might not necessarily see at shows, and layouts do get retired over time. So you'll have a record of particular layouts that may no longer be on the exhibition scene.
I mean, definitely totally agree with you. And I think even, like, I know there's a lot of thing with TT120. Sometimes you get like a lot of negative from people who's been in the hobby for a while and they're like sort of anti-TT, but then I go to some of these shows and one of my favourite layouts I've been seeing at some of the local shows has been one called Richmond in Engage.
Oh, right, yes.
So, I think it's been in BRM and a couple of other things, but I sort of have like an appreciation for everything model railways and every scale, because when you go to these shows you see the layouts and it's a lot of time and effort that people spend and put into them. So
oh, absolutely, yeah. And I think we talked about the occasional negative comments. I think there's always going to be haters and negative people.
I'd like to jump in on this point. My response to all haters' comments is, I will not take hate from you because I would not take a compliment from you because I do not know you.
Well, yeah.
That's the way I always look at it. And that way, it just makes the world so much easier to cope with.
I think the way I find it is just kill people with kindness. It's nice to be nice.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is, like you said before, you get so many positive comments that actually one or two sourpusses, you think actually it's their problem, not mine. So,
My comment.
I mean, with me channel, it's a sort of mix of everything. I mean, it's mainly TT120 stuff, but like I say, I'm doing my Heritage Days out. I know Mike Lane had said about my Sir Nigel Gresley video. Like I still go back and look at that now. Like I sort of love my days out, but then, like you say, I like to get my shows and stuff in there. So
yeah.
My next show I'm going to be going to is the Settle one.
The Settle Model Railway Festival.
Yeah, I've sort of been dropping hints in to the wife. I'm going to go to Settle.
Yeah,
it's a free show, but I'm going to have to drive halfway across the country, but I'm going to go to it.
We're going to have a Monday Club members area, actually, because we're doing a live stream, and we've kind of got an area to ourselves.
I've got me badge on tonight as well. I don't know if you can see on the camera.
Oh, excellent. Is that a blue one? It looks...
Original.
Oh, so you were there early doors on the badges. Thank you so much. And we've got a comment here from Cymru Rail, says, 100% Jenny, it breaks my heart that there are so many older layouts I remember from seeing at early model rail shows in my childhood, of which there is no video record of now. I haven't seen, there's one called Iron Mould Lane, which I love that layout, and I've not seen that on the exhibition circuit for a very long time. So it's nice to actually see records of these.
Yeah.
And I guess in time you'll be able to look back through your channel at the video content and actually see things you think, oh gosh, I remember that. And it's you walk into memory lane and get mugged.
Definitely. But I think even one of the positive things I like about the railway shows, and like I was saying with me being new into the hobby, it's quite like a social event where you sort of meet people and you sort of get to know people, and then one of the positives I like from the show is when I'm seeing the little kids interacting, and I sort of give a shout out to one of the layouts. What was it, Locomotion at the last one? It was old style like TT layout, but the old triangle stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They were letting the kids have a go, so they're getting the kids down in the seats and letting them play and stuff like that. Whereas I know sometimes you can go to the shows and have the glass up in front and they're pulling the kids back, and I think as a hobby you want all the kids involved, don't you?
Yeah, I mean there are some really great things out there where people can have a go at driving the trains. We did the Rattery Little Train Show that was organised by Sven of Tramfabrik, and he had some that were just there, help yourself run the train sort of thing, which I thought was really great, and they proved very popular.
I mean, I'm like a big kid at shows as well. I mean, as soon as I see a Thomas or a Percy going around somebody's layout, doesn't matter what scale it is or what size, it's like, oh, look, there's Thomas. And
Yeah. You're just waiting for the voice of Ringo Starr to drift in across.
I mean, obviously, it's a massive year on Thomas and the books and stuff like that.
80th, yeah.
Obviously, my little lad at the minute, he's mad into Thomas, so I've got bits of track and stuff around the house. I think I've probably stuck a couple of shots on my YouTube where he's playing and stuff, but
Yeah.
I sort of having to keep him away from the models at the minute because there's a thing on YouTube, Thomas crashes, he's like obsessed with it. So
Oh no, I hate those sort of
crashing them
things.
deliberately. So I'm like, well,
No.
keep away from the models, just this, you can watch them go around.
Yeah. I know, sometimes, that's the bad influence of social media where you get, they're just having a laugh sort of things, and you're thinking, these things cost money, you know, you can't do that with them. But it's, I think they'll grow out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny with the Thomas as well because he loves all the original stuff, all the Ringo Starr stuff, obviously what I grew up with. So I've got all the DVDs, I like all the original ones. And
I know, they were great. I mean, I remember, I religiously used to watch those as a kid, and when it first came on, I was like glued to the screen with my mum going, "Oh, you'll get square eyes if you sit that close."
See, I think I'm like an '87 baby, so I think I must have been about three-ish, probably about the same age as my little lad now. When I've started paying attention to it, so it might have had like 2 or 3 seasons out by the time I was.
Oh, it was early 80s when I remember watching it. But hey, but what can we expect from your channel coming forward? What plans have you got for upcoming videos?
So my latest video I sort of brought out on Friday, and like I say, I tend to wing it quite a lot. So on Friday, we sort of had like a TT 120 Club magazine come out from Hornby. And Facebook on the TT pages was going a bit wild, and it was saying the SR Green Terrier is going to get released next month in TT 120.
Oh, is it that soon?
That soon. So everybody was sort of chatting amongst the Facebook. So I had to get back home and check the magazine for myself. So I sort of done a video on Friday. Obviously, now it's getting released early. I've stuck a pre-order in, so I'll probably do a review of that model next month. And when I say a review, mine are not the sort of professional standards. I sort of get a close-up, run it round a bit, and stick some coaches and stuff on.
No, I mean, but it's always good to have different people's opinions on it. You know, at the end of the day, you'll share your heartfelt, honest opinions on the model through actually physically having it in your hands, and that is very useful to people.
Yeah, I think I've been quite. I sort of lost connection there, but I think I'm back there.
You are back, yes. Welcome back. So you kind of struck a pose and stuck.
Wasn't it too bad of a pause?
No, it was like it was a respectable mugshot. So no, that's good. But I was just
Crime Stoppers for next week.
yeah. Have you seen this man called Crime Stoppers? But everybody do go and check out Anthnil's YouTube channel, and that's Anthnil, all one word with the silent K in. So it's ANTHKNILL. So go and check him out. And we've already had some recommendations, people saying the Sir Nigel Gresley video really is superb. So it's definitely one to check out, and hit that subscribe button whilst you're there. Even Gronksy is excited as well. So hopefully we'll move you a little bit closer to that 500 subscriber mark.
I'd like to say thank you to you and Zoe for having us on tonight, Jenny, and really appreciate it.
No, you're absolutely welcome, and thank you so much for coming on. I think we've nudged you up to 430 subscribers so far. So. I don't know what you started the night on. I know in your email you said you had 399. So
I think I was on about 408 before I've come on tonight. So thank you everyone on the Monday Club who's subscribing.
No, you're welcome.
Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
If I can get over that 500 mark.
Yeah,
fantastic.
It'll soon come, and before you know it, you'll be getting your plaque from YouTube and going, here we go.
Next month, obviously, like I says, I'll have a new terrier next month, and I hope to get the settle show. So I'll
That'd
catch
be nice.
Jenny and Zoe down there and hopefully catch a few other people.
And are you doing the Shildon Model Railway exhibition as well?
I tend to get down to Shildon quite regular, so sort of two of my show videos that I've done have been down at Locomotive down at Shildon. So.
Well, because we're there at the Model Railway exhibition, so it'll be a chance to see Minith Tatus Newith at that show, and I'm just wondering if you're going to be doing a video if you were going there. That would be great to see.
I'll definitely come and get your layout on, Jenny, because I've been watching your build progress with that.
Thank you.
It's been sort of a really good watch, how you've done all the sort of the quarry and stuff. It's been great.
Yeah, and it's been great actually to completely refurb it. Mike Lane TT120 in the comments says the great thing about Anth's channel is it's so enthusiastic.
Enthusiasm's good.
And that's always definitely a great thing. When somebody is genuinely enthusiastic about what they're doing, it does make great video content. So look, thank you for coming on. Anth Nil is the first person that we've got coming in to talk about their YouTube channel and themselves. So thank you so much for coming on. And like we said before, if people want to drop us an email to zoe.robinson@gmail.com. If you would like to be featured on the Monday Club, we'd love to hear from you. But thank you, Anthony, for coming on. It's been really great having you on.
Really appreciate it.
No worries. And let us know how the subscriber count goes. I need to hear that you've got 500 by tomorrow.
I'll track you down at settle.
Yeah, and you'll probably get a few more come in because there's a lot of people watch this on catch up. So it should hopefully just tick up. But look, great. Thank you for coming on. Take care, and we'll catch you later.
Thank you, ladies. I'll see you soon.
Okay, enjoy. Take care. So that was Anth Nil there on the Monday Club, letting us know about their YouTube channel, Anth Nil, and that's ANTHKNILL, and some great videos on there. In fact, a lot of people have been saying the Sir Nigel Gresley video is a superb video at the North Yorkshire Moors Railway. So do go and check it out and consider subscribing as well. You Shunt says like, sub and smash the bell. Absolutely. Oh my word, the chat's suddenly gone wild. I think that's just because we haven't had it on screen for a little while.
Yeah.
Raymond Legg says, once I get my basement cleaned out, I can start seriously modelling. I just hope nothing moulds. You might want to get a dehumidifier up down there if you're worried about that. It's just essentially just lowering the moisture in the air.
Yeah, and the same thing with attics, to be honest with you, because as heat rises, the moisture comes with it. Guys, I noticed a few of you trying to sneak in during that call there.
Oh, Gandalf may have noticed you as well.
Yes, so I've just realised that we don't have any picture on the phone. So there we go. So, Gandalf.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. And Trevor's TT Train says, thanks, Jen and Zoe, for featuring smaller YouTube channels. Our pleasure.
It's what we've said from the start. This is your model railway club.
Absolutely. We don't. I don't know why we're still wearing my headphones. That's better. My ears are like, oh, it's hot in here. But yeah, look. Anyway, drop us an email if you want your channel to be featured. As we said before, we can't reply to everybody. We make no promises, but we will pick somebody and hopefully get them on. We do have a special guest here live in the loft next week.
Does that mean I have to cook?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yeah, it means you get to eat it as well.
Ooh. No, I don't. Because I've already decided what I'm cooking.
So we'll be having Andy Fryer's Junction. Will be coming on. You Shunt says moist MDF is unpleasant. MDF is actually reasonably unpleasant in many respects. The trouble with MDF,
it's not proper wood. It's glue.
It's sawdust and glue that's been compressed together. The problem with MDF is it's very heavy, but it sags unless you brace it well. So you end up with very heavy, very saggy baseboards. Also, when you
love a saggy baseboard.
But also, when you cut it, you've got to be very careful of the dust because you really don't want to be breathing that in. It also absorbs moisture like nobody's business. Andy Fryer's Junction, behave yourself.
What's he said?
He says, am I news to me?
Yes, you are. I'm coming round. I'm going to grab you and pull you in.
We'll come round and stamp on all your toys. Russell Benton says, sounds like me, very heavy and sags. Aww. So looking back, Fat Wallet Boy 2 says, so TT120, what diesel would be best as the next loco from any manufacturer? I'd like to see a Class 03 shunter, but I'm quite biased. Ben Davis says, hi, I see Jennifer C. Exclusive Rapido Caledonian single variation announced at Rails Sheffield. What's the new model locomotives? Well, what you're seeing going around, we've got multiple DHP ones. There's a DHP one. I'll just move that out from underneath the TMC logo. I've also got the Shay. A few people have been asking about the Shay. I've got, these are on loan, they're not mine. I've got another DHP one going around. That's the one with sound. We've got Big Bertha in BR livery going around. Actually, it's running like a champ for a model that was written off as being destroyed beyond use. That's actually running pretty well. I've got Bellerofon as well in the kind of early preservation fawn brown, which actually looks okay. We've got the Mica B sample. It's a pre-production full livery sample of the Great Western Mica B. You'll find that immediately behind the Bellerofon model. And then we've also got the Hunslet Bobo number 73 is going around. That's in the British Steel livery. You'll see that by its weird flashy lights. It's not really weird. Anybody who knows them knows that that's what it's supposed to look like. But you'll just see it hoving into view at the top of your screen, and you'll also see Big Bertha there going the other way. You actually got a good glimpse of that firebox flicker. And anybody who says that these models are fragile, actually, they've held up pretty well. Big Bertha actually mystifies me because it was in such a bad way. It mystifies me because I don't know how on earth I managed to make it work again. But I have. Out of the two Rapido single 42 Caledonian Blue, Ben Davis asks, which do you like the most? I like them both. The Caledonian Blues really are nice. I know Rails did with the 823 or the 828 Cali. I liked both of them. There's like a lighter one and a darker one. And I think they're both perfectly acceptable. And if they're anything like the Cali, then they will sell out quickly. So whichever one you want, make sure you get it pre-ordered. Otherwise, miss it, you'll miss out. Rocky Top Rail Production says, I love Shays. I modelled my former home state of Washington, which was well known for its logging railroads, and a lot of them used various Shay types. Absolutely. It doesn't run particularly well. The reason for this, before the usual suspects on that internet forum start going, oh, poor quality, poor... No, it's been used and abused. The whole point of these is that they're samples. They get tested to destruction. So it's probably quite a miracle that so many of them actually work perfectly. The Shay itself is... I'm going to hold this up to the camera, because this is actually a little engineering marvel. This is the Shay with a fully working, I think it's a 3-cylinder on the side. Really quite impressive. I heard that the trouble when you're running EP samples is you hear a little clicking noise and you're like, what's that? What's
happened?
What's broken?
Yep.
But there's the Shay. It's a lovely little model per se. If you're wondering about DCC fitting, the back tank, which I'm guessing is like an oil tank on the full time, this would be like oil fired. Inside there is a 21-pin socket, and that's actually an ESU Lock Sound 5 that's in there. Before you ask, no, it's not the Shay sound file. I just happen to have some spare ESU Lock Sound 5s. I think it's got a GT3 sound file on. The problem with them at the moment is the plastic gears. These are being re-engineered, so the production models will not be as per this. But I'm going to see if I can actually make it move on its own. So,
Anthony says you can have a beer now.
oh right. I hope you
You
weren't.
didn't have Dutch. You didn't have some Dutch carriage.
Now, I hope you don't have to worry. We're so informal here. There's no need to worry. And like anybody who comes on in the future, again, just chill out. We're really laid back and relaxed here. So I'm just going to try and find. There we are. I can select Loco 7. It doesn't appear to have a speaker in, I must admit. Because wait a minute. No.
Okay, I'm going to try a little something. If I move the microphone up, can I turn this round a bit so that we can see?
Yeah, unfortunately, you're probably hearing. As long as I give it a little bit of a helping hand. There we go.
As far as I can get it. We're about to get bold.
The problem here is that the gears have been shredded. Now, a lot of people.
It's been going. It's been
tested literally to destruction.
I saw this running its shows over a year ago.
I don't think this has actually ever been run. So there we go. The problem is it's literally been tested to destruction. So anybody who has wondered why the delay on the Shay, this is the reason. The plastic gears just didn't last. You know, out of the box it worked just fine.
But that's not the point, is it?
But you want
something
reliability. So basically, it's making weird clicking noises, and what that is it's stripping the gears. So that is being fixed by KR Models. It lost its place in the queue. That's what I was told. So just to prove to people, it does actually kind of run. Like the thought is there. Dave, 1 second ago. Hello from the future. Our ways may seem quaint to you. So that's fantastic setup. Is it 00? Yes, this here is 00. I'm new to trains, just doing an N-gauge setup.
N-gauge is good.
Engage. Tom Marshall, Buggle Skelly Station, big hello to you. Says it's hard to promote the show without an online presence though. Googling it just shows the April Locomotion show or the Shildon Club one.
I'll be talking about a show that people are talking about hasn't seemed to show up in people's calendars. I'm not sure which show they're on about, but
is this the one we're going to? Or right, okay, that's fine.
So yeah.
Ben Davis says, Rapido boys as all team now. Oh, talking to somebody else. The Growler Blackwood N-gauge layout says, thumbs up, Dave, 1 second ago. Yeah, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Consider sharing us to social media and subscribe if you've not already done so. Now, at some point when
I've turned it around so that they can see it on the back when it's coming in.
See what coming in?
The thing that you were just looking around to see.
Ah, right. So Big Bertha's going to make a pass now. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to swipe Big Bertha off the track. And look at the length of the wagons. It really is not phased by that coal train it's pulling. And I've had that locomotive completely apart. So I've had the really unusual situation where I literally had that down to its components. So I got to see how it's put together. And I'm really quite impressed. What's that thing in the wagon? A Warhammer figure?
Oh. It's taken all night, but Jen's just noticed when you mentioned it.
Yes. Right, let me just...
This is an Orc War Boss. Yes, he's a Warhammer figure.
Yeah, right.
He's got a little dude with him.
It's a doodlinger.
It's a branch manager, assistant branch manager.
He's got a crotch goblin on his head. Right. This has been running
going to go
now.
crumping later.
Actually, this has been running for probably about an hour and 3/4 because it was running for long before the Monday Club started. And just to sniff test, making sure it's not burning out. No, she's doing well. Right, if I put this on the track here,
trains.
can we get that camera to get a good look at it?
You love sniffing trains.
It is kind of permanently attached to its tender, and that's for reasons. Basically, it's like the wires go through and they plug into a circuit board in the tender. So I'm going to turn on another light because at the moment it's just completely in shadow.
Raymond Leg says, new show, smell my loco.
Yeah, sniff my loco. So here we are. This is, can we make that the big screen?
Yeah.
So if you want to make that full screen.
Activate the Jenny cam.
Activate. Right, so I'm going to just push this back up a little bit. I managed to get it to derail there. So here you are. This is Big Bertha. And can't really get the camera any closer.
Well, we can, but it won't focus.
Yeah, can I get another light on it? That's I don't know. It's hard
Got an
to
idea for you.
What? Take some pictures?
No. Yeah.
Well, no. I've
got a lamp. I can literally shiny.
I've got a
Shiny,
better
shiny,
lamp.
very shiny.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get.
You'd rather smell a loco than smell someone's finger. It depends whose finger and what they've been doing.
To be honest, I don't think that makes it any better. Right. Okay. Let's just bin. So to the naked eye, it looks really good. Now it may be we're seeing that on a monitor and it don't look so good on the monitor, but it might not look too bad on the thing. And there goes one of the DHP ones. If anybody's wondering what that loco is. So this is Big Bertha. This was the EP sample that was seen at shows that was in like grey primer, gradually getting broken through mishandling and stuff. And it came to me with all the valve gear broken and hanging off on both sides. And it wasn't painted. I have painted it, spray painted it with Tamiya gloss black. I then picked out the smoke box in Humbrol matte black, and this is the old formula, the stuff that is banned, but it's actually the stuff that really does work well.
They had to ban it because it works.
Yeah.
So did you put the logo on the?
Oh yeah,
the
BR crest on the tender. That's me as well from a transfer, old transfers that I had.
I was going to say because that's a lot of good brush strokes.
And she's been varnished with matte varnish as well to tone down the gloss. Now, I'm going to try and get her to move, actually. So...
Richard Gruter says, I was disappointed when I visited the house of the inventor of the toothbrush. There was no plaque.
She's actually running a lot better now for what is essentially an hour and 3/4 of constant running. And I'm just trying to see if it's very different. On the screen, it looks like a black silhouette, but to the naked eye, it looks brilliant. So we've got full valve gear. Now, I'm going to let you peek behind the curtain here. And for that, let me just make sure that it doesn't come apart. Right. This is peeking behind the curtain. This is the bad side. Now, we talked about this before.
Looks perfectly fine on this screen.
Okay, well, can I get it back up so I can see
Well,
it?
I had to check. So that we knew that the light was all right.
Right. This is the bad side. Ooh, bits missing.
What did you do?
No, there's the,
Did you lick it?
No.
Did you lick it?
No, what happened was I had to restore the valve gear and there was only enough parts to make one working side. So this side's quite badly stripped, but it does mean that it can actually run, but that's all that there is on this side. But it's actually running really, really nice and smooth. I'm going to try and show you the headlight, and for that, let me make sure it's going in the right direction. Is that light coming on?
Yes.
I don't think you can see it on the screen.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, there we are. So that's Big Bertha's searchlight. In reality, very, very powerful. But it's very difficult to make it look right in miniature form. Anybody who's wondering, now the smokebox door on Bertha is held on by a magnet, and now it's bright because there's an LED inside the smoke box, and then through a very clever prismatic piece of clear plastic, it sends the light up into the lens on the top. And
It's the same technology they used in Action Man, Jan.
it's actually how the Hornby Black Fives lamps work. Oh, I've got to get it seated right. It's
the same technology that was used for the periscope vision on Action Man back in the 70s.
Oh, I'm really happy.
I liked Action Man from the 70s.
So, oh, I see. It's got a little notch. I didn't see that before. Right, so
There we go.
come on now.
Raymond, if you have problems with your streaming, try resetting the phone or reloading.
So there we are. The original dome on the banker was from the Paget Loco, says Leslie Gilpin Railways. I didn't know that.
Paget, I thought that was Paget.
Could be. So anyway, let's. I have ordered lining and numbers for it. We talked about that at the start, but what I would like to show you, and I'll have to hold it up. I'm particularly quite pleased with the cab internals.
You've done really well with that.
Yeah. So again, I painted this. This is me. This is not an official KR Models livery sample. I took a retired EP and I painted it. But I was quite pleased with how the inside of the cabs turned out. And if anybody's wondering, I have sent a photo of it to the person who owns the factory in China, because I do know him. I've never met him, but I do know. Oh, I've made it fall apart.
Have you broken it again?
The front fell off.
Oh dear.
I'm suspecting
This
that
is what I have to work
people-
with, you know.
Yeah. I'm suspecting that a few people might want to ask about the smoke unit. And what I can tell you is this version never had a smoke unit in. And that also means that there's literally nothing behind that LED board, which you'll have seen just inside when I took the smoke box door off. There's just an empty space behind. Now, I did notice that there are spaces for 4 wires coming off the circuit board, which I presume is for the smoke unit. But there never was a smoke unit in this particular version, so I can't tell you anything else. Just that it is an option, but I don't know. I can't demonstrate it because I haven't got one. Right, let's get her back up and running. And incidentally, the firebox flicker can be turned on and off using F6, and I don't know what the significance of that is. Possibly that you will, if you want to DCC fitter yourself, the fact that that is up on F6 suggests that you might need a 6-function decoder. But again, I don't know. It may be that that's just a quirk of the decoder it's fitted with. I don't know what the decoder is. It came from China with that decoder in it. Yeah, Raymond Legg says, everybody gangster till the front falls off. Cameron Patterson says, good evening to you all from Glasgow, and good evening to you, Mr. Flymo, Mr. Hamshack, and Peter J, and Charlie at Patrick Hill, and Wamgok, and Peter L, and Rick and Dave, and good evening to you ladies. Good evening to you. That means they're late, Gandalf. You're really not on the ball here, are you?
I was trying to find a way to get in this conversation, but you just wouldn't stop talking.
Yeah, that's
A
me.
Monday clubber is never late, Toto Wagons.
Oh, don't do the accent.
Nor is the early. That's precisely what it means to. I've been trying my accent. Is it working?
Yeah, well, I'm going to show them the next model, which is Bellerofon.
Ah,
I'm
the belly phone.
never quite sure how you're supposed to pronounce it. Bellerofon. Is it Bellerofon?
Bellerofon.
Bellerofon. Now,
Well, it's ancient Greek, so I don't know because I wasn't there.
oh, I wonder where right. We've got a gangster lean going on the spectacle plate, but that's only because again, it's an EP sample that's been used and abused.
Did you paint this one as well?
Yeah, I think one of the magazines also dropped it and it self-disassembled. I painted this by hand using Humbrol. I was quite pleased with it, but
She painted it by hand using her
the
own
usual suspects had some kind of a tantrum over it.
Yes, I saw some of the comments.
Oh, did you? Did you go?
Well,
on
some of them were on your personal Facebook page, remember?
Oh, were they? Oh, well,
Yes.
lovely jubbly. Anyway, so this is Bellerofon, and one of the things I like about this is, and I can get it juiced up. I'm going to show you something. There's reason for my madness. This has got a stay alive in. So if I let it charge itself up, I happen to know that this will run for quite some time. Let me just charge it up and I can show you the valve gear going round. Some of it does move.
That is actually quite hypnotic.
Yeah. So there you are. This is Bellerofon.
The belly phone.
Yeah, and it shows actually how free running this mechanism is. Bear in mind that, to the best of my knowledge, this hasn't, it's been run, but not on, this is the first time this is run on DCC, because I had to open it up and I had to DCC fit it. It's equipped with the Next 18 socket, but for it to run that far on one little charge on a stay alive, there's one hell of a actually I know what the capacity of the stay alive is, and that is very impressive for low current draw. Now what I can, just looking at the rest of this, there isn't, I couldn't find any evidence of a firebox flicker in this. Oh, thank you so much,
goodness.
Simon Pitcher, who very kindly donated $19.99 on the super chat. Says towards the ice cream fund. Love, Bertha. Well, thank you so much. Well, some of the people actually have asked, when are these models coming out? I wish I knew. I don't. All I do know is that the Hunslet Bobo, which is just coming in across your screen now with the flashing lights on it, that is the next model to arrive. It is due, if not the very end of this month, then early next month. All versions of that, and that is sound fitted. I will give a blast of its sound. This isn't. There's not even, as far as I can tell, a speaker in it. I don't know whether the speaker would be in this on the production model. It's like questions. I don't have the answers to them. But in terms of actually a running model, this is actually quite an impressive piece of kit. I've fallen in love with this. Yoink, I painted it. Mine now. In terms of other bits and pieces, now we've had a look at the Shay. Richard Gruder says, my friend just started editing an ice cream mag. He had his first scoop. Oh look, is that a tumbleweed? Ormsthorpe and Brackenbury says, evening all. Gandalf.
A Monday clubber is never late to the wagons, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Oh, Valley's 56XX says, Bellerofon killed the Chimera. Right,
Chimera.
That as well. So, there we go. Right.
I thought you had a classical education.
I did, but I read it. I didn't hear it pronounced. Whilst I'm showing you the good stuff, can I just say as well, you remember last week I built the Airfix kit. I'm quite pleased with how this turned out. There it is, all weathered up. I love this openable, posable door, and I've actually glued in a partial coal load as well. It's very difficult. Let me just turn some more lights on again. The reason I turn them back off is because I end up going Caucasian, very Caucasian, they generate a lot of heat. So during the summer, I tend to run as little in the way of lighting up here as I can. So there we are. That's an Airfix plastic kit from somewhere between, we reckon that's about 1979, 1980. That's turned out really nice. I'm not going to run it, but that is going to become a scenic item on a future railway build. Does Zoe still do comedy, says Naive Cage? Oh, not stand-ups. The stand-ups from the Book Nook. She hasn't done one for a while.
I'll explain why when I come up.
Oh, she'll explain why when she comes up. Now, the reason she's overheating quite bad. It is very hot up here. So if I start to sound a little bit spaced, it's because I'm basically getting heat exhaustion. You Shunt says, run it, run it. No, there's no couplings on it. There's no way of running it particularly. But anyway, the next sample I'm going to show you is DHP1. So I'm going to hold it up, knowing full well that weird little screen grabs of these will turn up on Facebook and such like by the end of the evening. So I'll try and get you a good shot. There it is. That's DHP1. This is a livery sample. And I actually found this had only ever been used on DC during testing. But what I actually discovered, and forgive the twisted buffers, again, like I said, this is a livery sample. They tend to get knocked about a lot. It turns out I put a decoder in this that has, again, a GT3 sound file on. And it's factory fitted with a speaker. The other one, and I'm gonna fire her off now. So let me just put that back on the track. I am going to fire up the green one. Let's see, where are we? One of the sound fitted ones. So everybody listen. Oh, Charlie Chimp says Anthony now has 448 subscribers. Almost there. Mark Wilson, Waxer of the DeLorean. Great to see you, but you are tremendously late. You Shunt says DHP1 is a beautifully ugly beast. Yeah, so I'm going to bring around the one that's actually got the DHP1 sound profile in. Are you just overheating badly?
I'm in a lot of pain as well. Sorry for getting snappy earlier on.
Yeah, look, don't worry. Oh, there we are. We've got. Oh, thank you so much. Naive Gauge, Jenny Kirk membership for 21 months has just bought Farish sound fitted class 158 for 170. Is that the TMC deal that we highlighted?
Why are we going so slow?
Us?
Yeah.
No, there's just a delay.
That's what I wonder about. Why are we going so slow?
I don't know. 57.
Computer's possibly overheating. Do you want to turn the fan around?
Yeah, I could do. 57305 says, I approve of Madonna's Ray of Light on the... Oh, yeah, I forgot that I changed the LP.
Right, Jen, would you do me a favour? Because I'd like to do a little bit of model making while we're here. While we're at the club.
Okay. So what model making are you going to do?
I am going to put down some concrete in my little engage then.
Okay, you're going to do concrete. Right,
yes,
okay.
I'm going to do it a little differently to how people might expect me to do it as well.
So I'm getting your... This is... I'm going to... Blogsy, you go and see...
Blogsy's going to sit on the floor for a bit.
Yeah, go and see what Topsy's up to.
So...
I must admit, I'm starting to get a heat-induced headache, so...
Yeah. So if I just do this for a little bit. So, if I can just switch over to the main thing. Yeah, if I jump over to the Jenny camera. So what we've got here, and although you guys can't really see it, just behind here as well, there's a little bit of empty space. Now Jen has done a brilliant job with the grassland.
Haven't I?
She's done spectacular.
You were going to do the grassland. You told me to leave that for yourself.
Yes. However, what I've got here is a little bit of space that I want to use for concreted down, as if it's going to be part of a car park.
Oh right. Do you need substance for this?
No. So what I've got here is a Citadel colour technical paint. But this is sand and glue and paint in certain mixtures.
So it's like masonry paint. It's a weird colour
yes,
of masonry
it's called
paint.
Astro Granite because they're all funny colours and funny
Yes,
names.
they're not grey. They're astro
But
granite.
this is a
or
textured
bone.
This is a textured paint, which should do really well for concreting. So
Alright.
when I open it up, there's what it looks like. It's all gunky and weird. So I'm just going to get a big lump of this on my brush and start going in.
So that's somewhere I've got.
Instead of painting it down normally, I'm going to put a load of lumps and then spread it out a little bit once I've got a bit in, like that.
Somewhere I've actually got a big tub of like a brown one for mud from the War World Scenics range.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to get the edges.
Yeah, Anthony really is coming on now. Martin Shipman said that's coming on nicely.
So here
Ben
we go.
Tullett says, Zoe, have you hired an N-gauge concrete mixer for this job? Raymond Legs, answering somebody else. Raymond Legs says Astro Glide is lube for something else besides model train.
Astro Granite, not Astro
Astro
Glide.
Granite.
You a bunch of gits, aren't you? You're a bunch of cheeky monkeys.
Can I just say, it's like being back at school.
So I've got this and it's down, but it looks lumpy in places and weird. And that's kind of the point, because I don't want it to be flat. That's the entire purpose of this, not to be flat. Got a lot going on here. So
can I just interject
scrape a
and
bit
say,
off there.
DHP1 appears to have dynamic braking on F5. I don't have a cheat sheet for all the different sounds, but anyway, right. So let's turn off DHP1 and
Getting all that laid down there, and just getting into the edges with my brush. Right.
I'm not sure whether I approve of lumpy and weird, says James Pett. James, have you been lurking, or are you genuine? Yes, I see in there it says good evening. James Pett is late, Gandalf.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks,
So,
Gandalf.
so now what we've got here is very cheaply laid gravel concrete. It's a mixture. It looks very bright at the moment. It will go down to a slightly darker grey once it's all dried. But the idea is that'll take about a day to. Well, actually, in this kind of heat, it'll probably take about
5 minutes.
half an hour to an hour and a half, maybe, to fully dry.
You should have taught. I was just about to pick my nose.
So what I'm going to do there, once it's dry, I'll come back to it, and I will use what's called a shader paint. It's basically just dye. It's a dye rather than a proper fully done paint, but some of them have a bit of body to them to darken it down, and then after that's fully done and it's all highlighted, all the cracks in it, I'll do a very, very light brush over with another grey to fleck out the tops.
Yeah, so it goes then from being a flat colour to being
to multiple colours.
Mark Tower says, "Hey all, so sorry I'm late. Hope you're all okay. Great to see you."
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. Right, can we actually get the layout up? Because I seem to be big and the layout small. We need it the other way around. Because we're actually, for those, all you latecomers, we're actually showing off the review samples and such like, EPs, that kind of thing, livery samples.
I'm looking forward to seeing
Of
this
quite a few different models. And I think the one that's probably going to attract the most interest is Big Bertha. You're just seeing it chug past. I'm actually going to change the angle of the dangle cause...
For the brew, that is true.
Yeah. This particular scene shows off the locomotives better than any of the others. So there goes the Hunslet Bobo, number 73.
Number 73. Right, I'm going to take this paint back now so that I can wash the brush.
And also so it doesn't go rock hard in this heat.
Yeah.
Also, what else have we got going on? So Big Bertha is going around with the big rake of 16-ton mineral wagons. Can I just say, actually, it's handling those like a champ. There is no issues whatsoever. And for anybody who's worried about longevity of these models, well, these ones are just keep on giving. Trevor's TT Train says, I've just done a small area of concrete for my Pico layout. I used actual concrete built up with fixing glue in layers of concrete shaken through a sieve. Dave Scott Railway says, Zoe, are you going to bring your box file to Shildon on the 28th and 29th of June? No, 28th and 29th of June. We're at the Bluebell Railway, so come on down and check us out at the Bluebell Railway. We'll be there with Mineth Tattoos Newith. And unfortunately, there just simply is no space in the car to bring anything other than bare essentials. It's a really tight squeeze. Samuel Ives says, I love the Union Jack E-Type Jag. Very nice. Well, that is from Oxford Rail, stroke Oxford Diecast. They are still available, and we've got our magic 20% off code. Use the code Monday Club at checkout, valid until the 30th of June. Make out like a bandit. There's some people actually posting and making some incredible savings. 20%. So, for example, there's no minimum order either, although you do have to pay postage. But essentially, let's say you order 100 quid's worth of gear. You're only going to pay 80 quid for that. So make out like a bandit. Martin Shipman says he's calling it Big Bertha, strictly speaking, non-PC. Well, no, that's what it was called. The other name for it was Big Emma. And I believe that stemmed from the fact that, well, I've heard the story that it was because of the initials MR on the tender. But I found no photographs which showed MR on the tender. So Big MR. I don't know the truth about that. Peter Jackson Cheadle, he says Oxford Diecast are brilliant. Absolutely. That's the Jaguar from Austin Powers, still available, I believe. You could, yes, RG Models 86. It is only called the Union Jack when it flies from a jack shaft on a ship, which is the little flagpole at the bow of a ship. Everywhere else, it's the Union flag. Dave Scott Railway says that clears up a question from earlier. You will be coming to the show in October then. Yes, it's the October Shildon show with Rap. Raymond Lex says the 2005 Nuremberg Eisenbahn Museum fire destroyed one of the, at the time, 3 remaining V80 diesel locos. Don't know what happened to the one-off Italian clone. Maura King says I used the Oxford Rail code yesterday. Fantastic. Excellent. And like I said, it's supposed to... Oh, give me the ice cream on a stick. Now, the reason...
Was this a fab idea?
It was certainly a fab idea. So we're going to be having some fab ice cream. The reason it is so hot up here, I'm actually getting a heat headache. Anth Nil says, Dave Scott, I'll come October 2 at Shildon Monday Club meetup. Boom! Bring the biscuit. Now, as you've been down in the cold, can you talk to the nice people whilst I cool myself?
Yes. Hello, nice people. We're going to try to run a video. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try.
Ben Davis asks, how about the Great Electric Train Show 2025? We're there with Mineth Tattoos Newith. It hasn't officially been announced, but we are booked in. So Mineth Tattoos Newith will be on display at the Great Electric Train Show this year. So do come on down. Monday Club meetup will be at Mineth Tattoos. It's great. I don't even need to remember about turning up because I'll be there. Joe Smith says my credit card gets cleared on the 20th and I'm hammering Oxford Diecast. Brilliant.
I think there are some nice people out here, Zoe. Sorry. What? What's happened?
I don't know. Unless they're watching on catch up. Jennifer Horton says the MR was on the buffer beam. Knockers Lane says, can I run Bing Bertha on my Knockers Lane layout? Sure, rule 1. Run whatever you want.
You can always
I
make...
do.
If someone tells you that you can't run something, tell them to show you their credentials as the model railway police.
Yeah.
And then when they can't, you tell them to kindly do one.
Yeah, so who retired making you the biggest idiot?
For last time I checked, Jenny was still around.
Oh.
Yeah, your layout, your rule. Absolutely.
I've realised actually, that twitch I've got, it happens when I overheat. It's an overheating twitch.
That's interesting.
Ben Davis asks, will you be going to Rapido Rail-X? It's a bit far for us, unfortunately. Zantek says, if someone says I can't run a locomotive for reasons, my response, run the loco. Oxford diecast code speller here is there should be a box for like if you've got a code and you type in Monday Club as all one word, that gets you 20% off. No minimum spend, but make out like a bandit. It's valid as many times as you want, so you could order again and again and again, but it's only valid until the 30th of June.
Okay.
Oh, this is cooling me down nicely.
We have a very big issue with the computer. It's slowing down like you would not believe, but we're going to see how it goes. So this is Mike Lane's TT120 and Duchess of Montreal's first run. So that's be nice.
Peter Jackson Cheadle here says the code came up automatically when I ordered mine. Excellent.
And here we go. That Mike Lane TT120, you've got an amazing layout.
This is lovely, and these are, when you look at those, I love the Princess Coronation. So this is all TT120.
Yeah.
I mean, most people.
Look
oh, look at the Land Rover and the Massey Ferguson, and of course, don't forget as well, Oxford Diecast do more than just 00. You can get HO, you can get TT120, and you can get N gauge as well.
Some of the people that are on this layout, I think they're from Model U, and there may be some people that we recognise.
Is that a mini me?
I don't know.
Waiting for the train to. Oh, we missed it. Oh, are they skinny dipping?
Yeah, that's quite cool.
I do love that little pond.
Do you know what I mean? Some of the people, it's the poses that make me think, hang on, I recognise those poses.
It's a lovely, fun layout. There's so much going on. So this is all TT120.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I'd sent the link, but I don't know. There we go. Oh, all those people just sitting by the church looking at the train.
156 Andrew Shortbread Express says, hi Jenny and chat, sorry I'm late.
Yeah, there's a person stood by the train. I'm sure I recognise the pose. This is just a nice fun... Oh, I almost looked like he got run over there. A very nice fun layout. I just love it.
Absolutely. And it just showed, oh, blooming egg. And then people on that train would be pushed back. I wouldn't want to be trying to carry a cup of tea back from the buffet car.
And Zantek says, I like how the track sinks under the weight of the trains. Yeah.
So there we go. Thank you so much. Hit the button.
They're from Knock. That's why I recognise the poses. Because we were looking at them the other day, yes.
Oh, right, yeah. Because, are these Knock? Yeah, there we are. There's Knock rock climbers.
Yeah.
I bought these the other day, and these are actually. And it's just reminded me, I need to put these on Minith tattoos. Well, some of them. I'm not going to put them all on. But I just thought it'd be nice to have a few rock climbers on. Tom Marshall Buckle Skelly Station says, must head off, ladies. Indian has arrived. Excellent.
Good choice. Good choice.
We had an Indian earlier on. It was wonderful. And it's a bit of a... It may seem like a bit of an oxymoron, but a curry on a hot day actually is perfect. It kind of cools you down.
Because it's a vasodilator.
Yes. So enjoy your curry, and thank you so much for your company. It's always an honour.
Have a great night.
And just to remind people, Tom Buggleskelly has started his Patreon account. So I have shared that on the Book of Face.
I've got to send out some stuff to your patrons.
Yeah. But I shared it as well, so if you can, do support Tom. He does fabulous work in the community.
Yeah.
This
one's from Richard Swiderski, and it's a test train waiting at Northwich Station.
Okay. Hit the lever.
Beep, beep.
It doesn't go beep, beep.
It does if I want it to. Right, what we got here?
So there we go.
This
Oh, it's a Class 37.
It's rather different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely right there, RG Models 86. It does look very realistic.
Oh, is this going to be one of our catchphrases?
It picked up better than "Where's my bucket?"
Yeah. Oh, can I pinch this? Oh, it is so hot.
I like the livery on the Colas rail freight.
It is interesting, definitely. Is that a Mark 1 or a Mark 2? Oh, well, it's heavily modified, whatever it is. That's a Mark 3. And somebody's finger.
Finger for scale.
Mm.
Where's my bucket t-shirt, says Jim Betts. Oh, Stevie Film says, I was briefed in the UK a week ago. Made sure I got a fix of curry, generally on a different level to here in the USA. We have, despite what the arseholes will say, we have a very, very long history of curries and Indian cuisine in the UK.
I think it's because of our involvement with India.
You mean the fact that we stole the entire country and ran away with all its stuff?
Well,
we turned up, went yoink, and nicked all their things.
Technically, we let the East India Company make a hash of stealing the place first, and then we took it off them. Because clearly they were too stupid to deal with it.
There's a lot of people that, especially on Facebook, who've been claiming that, we didn't have curries when I was a kid. What's all this? Our culture's changed. We've lost everything. Like, no, I've seen adverts in the Times from the 19th century for curry houses in London. We've had curries for a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, there were always Indian takeaways. But what you got to remember is this is something that certainly my family, takeaways were very much a treat. And when you had a takeaway, it was like a once a month experience, if that.
Yeah.
And I do recall there being Indian takeaways, and I do recall there being Chinese takeaways. And it was really a special occasion when your parents went, we'll order a Chinese, and it was like you'd end up with the pork balls and sweet and sour sauce or something, and it was incredible because you so rarely had it.
Yeah.
And then over time, there's more and more takeaways, and now people practically eat takeaways every day, so it's lost its magic.
That's the change.
Yeah.
Not the fact that we have takeaways or anything like that. That's the change.
Richard Knoll says, I actually had a Chinese takeaway for tea tonight. Oh, I'm jealous now. The idea of having Chinese chips with sweet and sour chicken. What are we looking at?
156 Andrews sent us in a walk on the famous Dawlish seawall.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to pick a bit that looks photogenic.
Okay. Is that over an hour?
Yeah, I'm not going to show the whole thing.
Oh, so it basically walked the full length. Vindaloo is from Portugal, as you know, tikka masala from the UK. Jenny, don't make me hungry, says Zanteg. I'm sorry, you're too late. I'm really fancying chips now.
Yeah, we did give India Railways, though. Yes, but we nicked all of their jewels and their recipes.
Yeah, I don't think we should throw and strut too much. Anywho.
Let's have a look at this. The Dawlish seawall.
Yeah.
Take care, Mark. Thanks for coming along.
So, there's the railway, and there's the sea.
And that's all that's holding the sea back?
Well, yeah, the railway's kind of built on the seafront. The Dawlish seawall it does a dual thing. It protects the coast and it protects the railway. I think it was built for the railway.
Did I hear that chow mein isn't from China? Yeah, it's from New York.
Now, this was something we found when we went to Italy. We went to Ciano, which is on the Amalfi coast near Sorrento. and we went to a restaurant. Now, the place is not what you'd call the typical tourist destination. So the experience of food in the restaurants in Siano
Was far more genuine for Italy.
and also, is it Vico or Vico?
Bicho.
Vico e Quense was the same. So we got actual local food, and it's nothing like what you would get from an Italian takeaway. That was kind of my take home. And by all accounts, China's very much the same. When you go there, you don't recognise the food. It's not like what you expect from Chinese food.
Yeah.
So we've had a quick look at this.
We'll move it on a little bit. I'm trying to find bits that are photogenic and interesting. The kind of thing that people will look at and go, "Oh, I'd like to model that." And that hill with the reds inside the greens, that is the type of thing that I like to model.
Leslie Gilpin-Rail is referring back to previous video. Says the Mark 1 with pantograph is test coach mentor. The late Queen travelled in it when the West Coast Main Line electrification was officially opened north of Weaver Junction.
Wow.
Nice. So I'm going to move on. We've got quite a few videos to get through, but
Richard Gruter says, had a pelican curry last week. It was nice, but the bill was massive.
on that note, so we're going to move on to the next video, but thank you for sending that in. The Growler Blackwood Engage layout asks, how far back are we with the videos?
That is from...
That looks like it's dried already. Pretty much.
I have no idea. We're about to do one from the 9th of June. So
what's
now we
today's date?
16th.
So we're about a week behind at the moment. We'll get through.
So this is from Mark Wilson, who's been waxing his DeLorean.
Mark Wilson, yours are up. The time travel with the DeLorean is ready to go. So
this is the Acura Scale
50014 Warspite at Birmingham New Street. I love this little diorama layout.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a look at Mark Wilson's holiday snaps from when he whizzed his DeLorean back to, when would this be? What, late 80s?
That's amazing.
Because there's Network I always find it weird, Network Southeast this far north, but of course they did. Some of the 3 trains, and the coaching stock would kind of get about. Flymo Chenwood says the Jenny Kirk O-Gauge 7-plank wagons, only 3 left. Oh wow, they have gone down. And don't forget the Monday Club wagon's still available. We have ordered the next batch of Monday Club badges, so I'll let you in on a little sneak peek. We're not actually going to show you it, but we've ordered the next badges, and all will be revealed at the Settle Model Rail Festival, when the new colour Monday Club badges will be on sale for the first time.
And just for all of those who laughed, emojied and angry emojied when Rails were doing their Pride stuff, we've made this new badge hot pink.
Yes, so you've got to be careful. It will turn you gay when you wear it. It's not hot pink. No.
And it doesn't turn you gay.
No.
Nothing can do that. You either are or you aren't.
Yes, Peter Joyce says, I had a brill meal in Vietnam, sat in a small cafe on plastic seats. I don't speak Vietnamese and they didn't speak any English, but lots of pointing and the food was fabulous.
To be honest
I can
with you,
imagine,
sometimes that's all you need.
These are incredible pictures. Mark Wilson, hats off to you and your DeLorean.
RG Models 86 says I might need to resend the video, link to my video again. Sent it back in April. Haven't seen it yet. If you've sent it in April, I haven't got it.
It's gone missing in the ether. You're going to need to resend.
So if you we're not. I'll put my hands straight up and say I have forgotten things in the past, which is why I've got some Patreon things to send out.
Yes.
But I haven't missed a link. So if I haven't shown it, it's because we didn't get it. We don't miss people out. We don't play favourites, anything like that.
We don't leave anybody behind.
Yeah. These, to be honest with you, Mark, I am starting to think these aren't actually models.
Yes.
I am starting to think we are actually seeing that you've got a time travel machine and you're just going back and taking pictures.
James Pett says, I approve of Mark Wilson's DeLorean, especially when he sends it to the 1980s.
Yeah, the 80s were the best.
I don't know. Well, no,
this
we
is
look
actually
back with rose-tinted.
Well, not just that,
spectacles.
but I was actually asked this as a question one time.
Mm.
If there's any decade that you would visit,
Next slide, please.
what would it be? And for me, it's the 80s, for a very specific reason.
Is it-
Massive social and technological upheaval of society, yet all I remember from it is He-Man, Transformers, the Beano and Dandy comics, and my computer. I'd like to actually experience a bit of the 80s.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like you look back with nostalgia for when you were a child with no cares in the world, which also means that a lot of things passed you by.
Yeah.
Plus, because you didn't have to pay the bills, you
Yeah.
weren't actually going out to work. The worst thing you had was the fact that, you know, it's like,
I had to wait a week to see what happened with Dennis the Menace.
yeah. Or it's like, oh, I didn't get a new Transformer for Christmas. My life is over. This is wonderful.
These are the angles, the lighting, the detail. Look at that. That looks like...
The weathering is incredible.
Yeah.
The attention to detail is just incredible.
It really is. These are next level. I would love to be able to model.
I love this
well.
experimenting with different photographing angles. So that's being
Yeah.
taken through one of the brute trolleys on the station platform.
Yeah.
And the lighting is just so perfect. I suspect he takes them outside for a little bit of natural light.
Look at the poses on the people as well.
I think they're all they may be from the Model U range.
Yeah.
Or if not from Model U, then something similar.
It just looks amazing.
Raymond lists, the heart of rock and roll is still beating.
Oh, I was starting to wonder, what's this person wearing? But no,
Not
it's a
lot.
woman carrying a child.
Oh, right. I thought she was just wearing the most incredibly short miniskirt.
No, it's a woman carrying a kid.
Yeah. I mean, the attention to detail.
oh.
Look at the grill over the speaker.
Yeah, it's all so well done. Guys, Mark, thank you so much for sending this in.
Yeah, this is incredible. Yeah, Harrick says, got to go, guys. See you next week. Look, you take
Thank you so much for coming along,
It
man.
is really hot, and I know it's probably really hot where you guys are as well. So, look, just do take care and drink plenty in this heat. Proper hydration is important.
Hydration is the key.
So, I mean, I'll go downstairs and I will go and I will chug a pint of juice. When I say juice, not as in fruit juice, but that's just a northern colloquialism for cordial and water.
Aye, from Council Pop.
Yeah, just enough cordial to take the edge off the taste of the water. Because it's soft water around here, and I'll be honest with you, soft water tastes horrible.
So we've got one final video for tonight, and this is from Warbler Productions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the tornado northbound through Atherstone Station.
Unfortunately, the fan that was previously blowing at me is now blowing at the computer to give it a chance.
Here
Mark
we go.
Wilson says Birmingham Snow Hill coming soon. Ah, but Snow Hill from when? Pre or post closure? Would it be the original Snow Hill which closed? Was it in the early 70s or when it reopened?
Is this like the
That is
steam
the question.
generator model offer on TMC? It looks real. Thank you, Richard.
And nice, and don't forget as well, we did share some codes with you earlier on. So
It's interesting how empty this train is.
it'd be a positioning move.
Well, it's got a few things on it here and there, so yeah.
Yeah, but it's a positioning move. So what will happen? Oh. So what will happen is that they're moving the empty wagons to where they're needed for the next trip, working the other way. So we were talking about the TMC models. I've got some top secret. Don't share these with any old peasants. Make the most yourself. So if you want the Flying Scotsman in 00 with steam generator, they've got it at £230.36 if you use the code STEAM20 at checkout. And the Turbomotive, this is the Hornby New Tool Princess Royal, number 46202, the Turbomotive from the latest tooling. It's £132.40. That is a great deal if you use the code Turbo20 at checkout. And there's also, I think it's the Hornby. There's a bit of a glitch in the email they've sent, but I think it's the Hornby 8F and that is running number 8310 in LMS livery.
Oh, it's a
That's
magazine.
$119.99 if you use the code 8F20 at checkout. They've also got some great deals on things like airbrush for $21.99.
I want one of them.
Well, get one then.
I will be.
Yeah. Mark Wilson says pre-closure 1960s to 72. I look
Cool.
forward to it actually.
I like what Vice 56XX is saying here.
Mm.
We're not peasants, we're an anarcho-syndicalist collective. It's peasants.
So there we are. You need a lot of class 116s. 116. I'm trying to think what a 116 actually is. Is it a DMUs? I'm not, outside of class 101s, 105s, 108s.
I heard that if you put a 118 with a 118, it'll look like a 70s Sprinter and it'll get you good phone calls.
Or it looks like the lead singer from The Darkness. I've got a photograph of me with the lead singer of The Darkness, and it was when he was in the sideburns and tash phase, and he looks just like one of the 118
He
guys
looks
from the
like your girlfriend's dad from the 70s.
He does actually, yeah. It looks like he was going to climb into his Capri with Go Faster stripes, and you remember the beaded seat covers?
Yes.
Yeah, and with Gary and Sharon on the across the windscreen.
Even though neither of them were called Gary or Sharon.
Yeah. Interesting. Mark Wilson says, indeed, James, we might even take Snow Hill back to World War II. Anth Nil says, look at the TMC graffiti. It's got its gangster lean going on. Look at that. Gangster lean.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing caused by the refresh rate of the actual...
Of the capacitors in the digital camera.
Yeah, you don't get that with like 16mm film cameras.
No, you don't.
And it is a weird peculiarity to digital footage.
To be honest with you, there is a way around it, but you won't see it in any semi-professional or amateur cameras. You'll only see it in thousands upon thousands, even tens of thousands of pounds, professional level cameras.
Yeah, broadcast cameras.
Because it requires multiple sets of capacitors for each frame.
Yeah. Oh, steam train. Choo choo. Here it comes.
Yeah, the lean affects electronic shutters that aren't global shutter. Yeah, it's because of the way it goes down, 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 down. And by the time it's got the bottom, it's moved on a bit.
Oh, is that Flying Scotsman? You can buy yourself
It's
a steam...
tornado, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Let's row that back. Jenny's being a thicky McThicky.
For a start, it's not green.
Oh, just you don't want to look at this. You want to look at the discount code for Oxford Rail. 20% off, no minimum purchase. Use the code Monday Club, all one word.
Look,
at
it's got
checkout.
tornado written on it.
Yeah, that would do it.
Not the flying money.
And
oh, it
just
is
remember, it's only for Monday Clubbers. Don't let the peasants know, although they've got no way of checking if you share it at your model
Thank you
railway
so much
club.
for sending that
And
in.
you will be a popular bunny if you share that at your model railway club. There we go.
Thank you so much for sending that in, Warbler. That was great. Right, guys, we are coming to the end of the show, so at this point, we're going to say
yeah.
thank you to our sponsor, and if we could have a word from them, that would be great.
So we'll be right back after these messages. The Monday Club is proudly sponsored by TMC, the Model Centre. Check them out at themodelcentre.com. The website features extensive stocks of new models as well as selective pre-owned items where you can track down that bargain you've always wanted. Pre-order with confidence all of the forthcoming models from all the manufacturers. TMC also offer a renumbering and renaming service so you can get the exact identity of locomotive that you want. Why not also check out their value weathering, or go for something incredibly special with their bespoke service where you can choose from a more extensive weathered look right through to custom graffiti either off the peg or to a design of your choice. Check out TMC today at themodelcentre.com and start your model journey.
We are back once again like the Renegade Master. T4 trains in the ill behaviour.
Absolutely. So there we go. Don't forget, you can still pick up your Monday Club badge for those in-person bargains where there's a lot of model rail shows on at the moment. Make out like a bandit. There's a lot of retailers who support the scheme. So you can still get your Monday Club badge. We've got details, the link in the description. And the new colour is coming initially in person only at the Settle Model Rail Festival, and you'll be able to get access to. I don't really want to call it. I was being snooty about people who have VIP content paywalls, but we've got a VIP area because we're hypocrites. But no, if you're a Monday Clubber and you're wearing your Monday Club badge, you can come on the other side of the velvet rope, and we've got a nice little area where we're going to be doing live streaming from the Settle Model Rail Festival.
The only reason it's like a VIP area is so that we can do the live stream without people wandering past and like,
and
can
also,
you move a minute? I need to get past, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So, but we'll lay on a tub of biscuits or something, or you can bring your own tubs of biscuits and share them. Hope you brought enough for everybody. I did. I'm Burton's Biscuits. There we go. So look, it's been great having your company, and don't forget that as always you will be offered a chance for your live streaming experience this evening to keep going with the Cupboard Monkey and Gamehammer Classic Gaming. What are you playing tonight on All Request Monday?
It is All Request Monday. We've got a few requests held over from last week, so I'm going to be playing NHL 2002. Which is
what about
nice
Cooking Mama?
game.
Did you charge up?
I did not charge up the Wii for Cooking Mama.
I
Sorry.
keep asking for Cooking Mama, but I keep trying to think of like something that's really out of the box thinking. But anyway, your live streaming experience will continue.
I've got
all you have to
Battlefield
do is...
Bad Company and R-Type Final.
R-Type?
Yes.
Wow, is that like a side-scrolling shooter?
It is. You know your R-Types.
Yeah, I think it was on the Amiga back in the day.
It was. It really was.
Yeah. So there we go. But look, it's been great having your company. Thank you so much for joining us. And with all this all KR models, well, they're not all KR models. We've got, we've got a
Gronkymon.
There's a Hornby Class 09 on the shuttle and a Bachmann 25, but all the others that are running are all KR models, EPs and livery samples and stuff. So a lot of interest in Bertha. I have shared some footage on the Facebook groups of Bertha. It's run really well. Now, I have to say, when I put Bertha on the tracks about nearly 2.5 hours ago, I genuinely thought it was going to slowly disintegrate. But not only is it not disintegrated, it has run, and it's actually got smoother as it's run. And I put that down to the fact I lubed up its full drivetrain, which was bone dry, and you never want to go in dry. It needs lube on all of those worm gears and gears. And I've done that, and she's running like a champ.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you,
Of course
Jim?
I am. Because Andy Fryer's Junction's currently snorting tea out of his nose, and it's worth every penny for that. Also Bellerofon, which made certain people have a sense of humour failure because they couldn't cope with the fact that it was nearly, but wasn't, one of the liveries being offered. I painted it myself using Humbrol tins. I think in one of the photographs you can actually see the Humbrol tinlet in the background. So I don't know how gullible some people can be. But we've also had the Micah B is straight behind Bellerofon. Trying to show you the Shay. You can see the actual reason that they've gone for remanufacture. Simply, the gears need to be made of something like brass or steel.
Brasso.
And it's in hand, but don't ask me when. I don't know. DHP1 samples and also the Hunslet Bobo. Now, the Hunslet Bobo will be arriving, I'm told, late this month, very early next month. That's July. All versions. I think there's like 4 or 5 that they're doing in the various liveries through the ages. The model that's coming after that, I'm told, is the 4DD. Don't ask me on dates. I don't know. I know nothing. And after that, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I would like to see Big Bertha. I personally would like to see Big Bertha and Bellerofon, because both of them, running these EPs has made me fall in love with them. They are super reliable and actually really lovely models. So I'm really looking forward to them being released. So given that I have Keith's email, I will badger him. It's like, come on, get these released, get them released. I want to see Bertha. And I think as well, from KR Models' point of view, Bertha and Bellerofon are absolute winners. And they need to. They've had a run of some bad luck with various things. And not as bad as some people make out, but
it's never as bad as some people make out.
But you've got to remember, it's just Keith. It's Keith, all on his own, juggling lots of plates. But Bertha and Bellerofon really are incredible models. DHP1 as well is really, really nice, actually. Looking at these samples, it's kind of like an abbreviated Class 17. The Shay... It's interesting. I've got designs on doing a logging switchback layout when that's finally released. But check out the KR Models website for all of these. My recommendation is the Big Bertha and the Bellerofon. In terms of livery, I really like the green NCB Bellerofon, but that is pretending to be early preservation brown. But it doesn't have the lining because I'm not a masochist and I don't have that steady a hand to paint lining on. But anyway, you guys have great fun and take care. And until next time, you take care. Happy modelling. Bye for now.
The train now departing is the 2106 service to Packham on the Back, stopping at Bolton Trinity Road, Minith Tatis, Tatis Newith, Minith Tatis Newith. That unnamed land that Jen said had a name and Ted didn't have a name. Grove Street Yard.
Oh, I remember that one.
Eindhoven. Pittsburgh somehow. Hookleton on the Hill. Boxton on File. Boxton Junction. All change at 3 cocks for Lord Hereford's Knob. And then on through Butts Farting to Packham on the Back. That's the 2106 service to Packham on the Back.
Do you remember when we were kids, there was a TV programme called Tickle on the Tum? Do you remember?
No.
No. Does anybody else here remember?
I'm pretty sure you made that one up.
No, Tickle on the Tum.
Nope, I think you made that one up.
And there was a weird song. Tickle on the Tum.
Pretty sure you made that up.
Did I dream that, or was there
Yes.
really a Tickle on the Tum?
I think you remember.
It might have been called something else.
I think you made that up.
I don't think I did.
You go up to the
James Petts remembers Tickle on the Tum with Ralph
If you
McTell.
go up to the loft today, you'll never believe your eyes. For every train there ever was has gathered there together, because today's the day that Jenny does the Monday Club.
See, a lot of people
Good night.
remember Tickle on the Tum. I didn't dream it. No, Stephen Film. Jimmy Savile did not host that. Oh dear, Jimmy Savile. If you ask,
Don't say it.
if you ask a small child to
Draw a wrong un.
to draw a wrong one, they draw a picture of Jimmy Savile. I was like, how did he get away with it for so long?
He's protected.
Yeah, well, anyway. Right. And Anthony, absolutely welcome. Thank you for coming on. And don't forget, if you want to be featured on our other YouTubers section here on the Monday Club, drop an email to zoe.robinson@gmail.com. If you put what should they put as the title to make sure it actually gets to you? What were we saying before?
YouTuber interview on Monday Club.
Monday Club YouTuber or something like that, just to help the monkey find them. Then you could be here promoting your YouTube channel
and having a chat with us.
Yeah, and Matt Navi, thank you so much.
As Anthony has shown, Jenny doesn't bite unless
no,
you
I
ask
don't.
her to.
And we always think, we don't need to be exclusive. We
No
don't
one
need
should
to.
be pulling the ladder up after them.
No.
That's what the YouTube and everything like it is supposed to be. A group.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fun and not this exclusive club or anything like that.
Yeah.
No, we're supposed to be here for everyone. Anyway, I've got to go.
Yeah,
So
you
I've got
go
to
and
get
set
something
up
set
so I can get out this hot box as quickly as possible.
Oh no, I'm going to close the door.
Oh no, you don't. Hey, wait a minute. Oh yeah, there is a door. Let's fire off these diesels. Oh, I forgot to show off. The Hunslet has the full sound. So I'm going to turn DHP1 off. It's a bit of a mouthful now. So I've got the Hunslet is now running. They aren't necessarily the loudest. They're turned down a little bit, but if you can hear it, that's the Hunslet. Oh, goodness me, it's hot up here. Ooh. I just trapped my finger in the blooming table. Ooh. Yeah, it's not the loudest. I don't think you're going to really hear that, but there we are. And don't forget as well, head on over to Oxford Rail, their website, for the Monday Club exclusive offer. 20% off, no minimum spend required. Use the code MondayClub at checkout. And that does include all scales as well as their other brands such as Oxford Diecast and Triang Mimic as well, the little waterline ships. I was amazed they still got those in stock. So if you're a collector or you know a collector, you can make out like a bandit with those. Just going to put Topsy to bed. Oh, what's that, Topsy? Topsy says good night. Oh, come back, mouse. Where? Oh. Good night, everybody. And don't forget as well, Monday Club Wagons still available. We've got a link down below. Monday Club badges, the new colour will be revealed at the Settle Model Rail Festival. They'll go on sale in person at the Settle Model Rail Festival. And you can actually use them there. We've got both TMC and Ellis Clark Trains will be attending, both of whom do honour the Monday Club badge for in-person shopping discounts. And after that weekend, they'll go on general sale on the website. There are still some of the maroon ones left, but not that many. I think we're down to probably just into double digits. So they are still available, and you've got to catch them all. Once the new colour goes on sale, the old colour will no longer be available other than at special events, only whilst stocks last. So basically you have to buy the older colours direct from us in person. See you later, Dave. 1 second ago, Stevie Film, Andy Fry's Junction, JL Railways, Ben Tullett, Farmer Chairman 1, Richard Swiderski. And of course, next week, we finally managed to tease Andy Fry's Junction out of his shell, and he'll be joining us here live in the loft. So there we are. And you've just missed, actually. Oh, that's really thrown me. I'm looking at the monitor and it's like, that's weird. That's a little bit behind what's actually happening. But you'll have just seen the two-tone green DHP1, the Bellerofon, and Big Bertha, and now the Hunslet Bobo, all going round. And they're all samples that we are exclusively showing off. Will you have badges at the Bluebell, Jenny? Asks Gary B. Yes, we will. We will bring with us the maroon badges, which are currently available through the website. You can buy them from us in person. And we may have a few green ones, a sort of a bottom of the box find. Although we did sell quite a few when we were at the Sawyer Models event. So I'll have to check. Watch this space. If we do have any spare green ones left, I don't think, again, single figures, if there are any, we will bring them too. But definitely the maroon badges, whilst stocks last, we will have them at the Bluebell event. Also, don't forget that if you're in the north of the country, Frysing Hall Models have their, I think it's their 70th birthday bash on the same Saturday. Sadly, we weren't able to go because of the clash. But they do accept the Monday Club badges in-person shopping for a discount. So do go down, say hello, and a really great, well-stocked shop. But I've just heard word that the Gamehammer Classic Gaming all-request Monday stream is good to go. So just got time for me to say, you guys take great care of yourself. Happy shopping from TMC. Grab those bargains with the codes I gave you. Or Oxford Rail. Use that code with impunity. I'm just waiting actually for Big Bertha to come into view. Here she comes. That is Big Bertha. And can I just say, right, I'm going to... You might be able to just see, you can turn the firebox glow on and off on F6, and the headlight is actually on F0 as well. There we are, you guys take great care of yourself. Bye for now.